Yeah, Evelyn Mummy. So the Prime Minister made a statement that if you see the police pursuing a crime, you should assist in whatever way you can. What's your view on that?
Good evening. I would assist, but it depending on how. Just in case if the police is running down a criminal and I'm in full view of the direction where the criminal has gone, probably I would have said to the police, well, he has gone that direction, but I would not hold him, touch him and say I'm holding him for the police to catch him, because I have to think of the after effect with me.
What do you think about the statement itself?
Kindly repeat the statement that he has made.
That you should assist the police.
Yes, I'm saying yes. If I can assist, whilst I could, I will.
So you don't think that the statement is kind of risky for people?
It is risky, yes, but at the same time, this is our country and we have to try to keep it clean.
So you would personally intervene and play a hero and save the day?
No, not really intervene as such publicly, but in the sense that where I could assist, I would, if I see if there is no repercussion on me after giving the assistance.
So is that a good crime fighting strategy?
No, I don't think so.
Why not? So wouldn't criminals fear knowing that the public will assist the police? So as they snap, there's someone here to assist and catch them, making the crime fighting a little bit easy for the police. So wouldn't they think that not only police are just police, but the general public can live in a little fear to do
that is what they should have thought of before they commit their crime. They should have thought that. Okay,
so say if you assist, then what? You think the Prime Minister's reward or the reward to you should be for doing such act?
Act of kindness.
Act of kindness from who?
Yes, from me, because I could avoid assisting the criminal, or the police could catch him.
Yeah, for you, but from who? The Prime Minister, the government?
Yeah, from the government and a whole.
Okay, so what you say the person, someone, after the person spent just a few months not a few months, a few weeks in jail, and they came out and someone pinched them and tell them that you were the sellout, and the person came up to you, face to face. How would that go down?
That is why the Prime Minister have to give you some good settlement, in the sense that you have given that kind of assistance. Being a civilian, it's critical and it's careful.
Okay, so thank you for your opinion.
You're most welcome.
Yeah, so what do you think about the cost of NHD houses?
Well, to be quite frank, the house costs are skyrocketing high, but we have to big up the Prime Minister Andrew Holness. Yeah, he make it possible, and with no other banking schemes and stuff. I'm really saying this to say that NHT was basically 7.5 mortgage. Now it's at 9.8 since July, correct me if I'm wrong. So I have to appreciate that move made by the Prime Minister, and I mean it is achievable once you work hard and put in the work and start saving down payment and stuff like that. It is achievable. I am saying this because I have achieved one.
Okay, but you think it would have been cheaper if you build a house from scratch or getting NHD?
Well, cheaper if you build a house from scratch, but land purchasing is not cheaper either, and then you have to think about areas that are developing and that is not developed. For areas that are developed, the land is basically expensive the same. When compared to somewhere that is not developed, where the land is cheaper. Vice versa, potato. Yeah, it would be cheaper, but big up NHD same way and big up Andrew Holness.
So would you advise a friend to get an NHD house?
Well, sure. Not everybody believe in the whole scheme policy, and not everybody believe in the whole scheme thing. People want to build them thing off of them own and stuff like that. But I mean, if you want somewhere to live, and the opportunity arises, why not grab it?
Okay, so you think the Prime Minister's poor man housing solution is actually working out?
Well, to some extent, again, I have to big up the Prime Minister Andrew Holness. I can't stop bigging up. NHT was 7.5, I know it's 9.8. Hats off to the Prime Minister.
Alright, we all hear food for the poor and food for the poor house is being endorsed. You know, so you think they really want to care for the poor, or they just want to force the poor into paying in mortgage? Is that trap? Is it a trap?
Well, to be quite frank, I can't speak on food for the poor houses because I don't know much about it. So I really can't tell you.
So if you feel, are you okay with having your children paying the mortgage, handing down that debt to your children after you die if you don't finish paying for the house?
Well, mortgage is from the word morgue, and morgue is from debt.
Yeah.
So no, it not really makes sense. I mean, I am of the belief that if you get the house and you're dead, it's supposed to dead with you. But I mean, things change over time, so we just have to work with change.
Okay, so what if you fall on hard times and you aren't able to keep up with the mortgage? Do you think it's fair for NHE to sell the house to get their rest of the money?
Well, I highly doubt NHE just go ahead and sell the house like that. It's a case whereby if you're a delinquent in payment, they will work out something with you. I mean, the trust the people have also take a mortgage, you have to understand so that come with paying back. So you have to find means and ways to pay back, and that's that.
Alright, thanks so much.
Comrade Chairman of today's proceedings, Comrade Party Leader and soon to be Prime Minister, Comrade Mark Jefferson Bowling, your Member of Parliament in waiting, Comrade Trisha, the distinguished comrades on the platform, and the warriors of the People's National Party. One love. Comrades, apart from my own constituency, Eastern St. Andrew is the closest constituency and the most dear constituency to me. The first place I lived was Mona Heights. The first school I went to was Hope Valley Primary School. After I left Mona, I lived in Hope Pastures. My entire life has been here in Eastern St. Andrew. Every week I go to Wayne the barber right across there. So Eastern St. Andrew has been probably the most central constituency in my own life and my own upbringing. And importantly, I still vote in Eastern St. Andrew. And Trisha knows the 3 votes at my house will be for her whenever the election is come. To ensuring that Comrade Mark Jefferson Bowling becomes the Prime Minister. So we have to ensure that we tie up our organizational work. If we need to complete the canvas, if you need to go and talk to people, do it now, because we don't know when the date is. And the reason why winning is important is not because any of us seeking power for our own self. We want to win because we are committed to transforming this country to make it better for all Jamaicans and not just a few. We want to build an economy where every Jamaican child can participate in. And as such, our first task has to be to fix the education system, to ensure that every child who leaves primary school can read, can write, and can do some maths. That is our commitment. Because it is only then, by having that we can build the kind of workforce that will improve our productivity, grow our economy beyond the 1%, and move us up to 4 and 5%, so that we can provide the kind of services to make your life better. We are committed to, in education, ensuring that every child who is in need gets a meal per day when they go to school. I remember at Hope Valley, as a little boy, I remember getting my Nutri-Bun, I remember getting the cherry milk, right? And I had it, everybody got it. And we are going to ensure that every single child, because a study done by the United Nations, the Food and Agricultural Organization, has said 55% of Jamaicans suffer from moderate to severe food insecurity. which means that they cannot afford to eat what they're supposed to eat each day. That is a shame in a country like this. We have to correct that. We are further going to go for those you live in the heart of a university town. UTech is right here and U is down there. We are saying to tertiary students who go through, pass them CXC, pass them CAPE, and can make it to university, we're going to make it easier for you once you need to borrow money from the Student Loan Bureau. We are going to tie your repayment to whatever your income is. So if, for example, your income only allows you to pay $20,000 a month, but your payment is supposed to be 30, we will allow you to pay the 20 once you come in, and you will not be considered to be in default. Why is that important? Because if you're considered to be in default, you're going to get a bad credit score. And when you need to go buy a car or a house, you're going to be in a problem. We're going to extend the moratorium after you leave and finish your degree so that you have more time to pay off that. And our most transformative policy, for if you are the first in your family to make it to university, the People's National Party will offer full scholarship to you so that we can break generational poverty and allow you to lift yourself up in life. We are also committed. We recognize that every Jamaican wants to own their own home. And that has become a challenge, even more challenging over the last 9 years. So we are committed to building 10,000 homes every year. And we're going to work with developers. The government is the largest owner of land in the country. We're going to identify those lands, put in the infrastructure where there's water, sewage and roads, and then work with developers to deliver those units at a cost that will allow you to go to NHT. You, whether your husband, your boyfriend, you can put together and pay down on that house, and you can own your own house. But we're going further. We know young people have it hard. So we are establishing a fund of $1 billion per year, which will allow us to give a grant of $500,000 to each qualified young person who is an NHT contributor, so you can put that money to paying down on your house. So comrades, we're going to reform education. We're going to make it easier for you to own your own home. We're putting $1 billion in a fund for cultural and creative industries. So if you're a singer, if you're a dancer, if you're a potter, painter, we will put the money in a fund that will allow you to build and expand your business. Because when we look at the people who have put Jamaica on the map, the people who have made Jamaica punch above its weight, those are the persons, the athletes, the entertainers. We are going to support them by a $1 billion a year fund to support those businesses. We are saying to micro, small and medium-sized enterprises, we're going to waive corporate income tax for the first 3 years of your business so that you can focus on building your business without having to worry about paying income tax. And in that way, by giving you that incentive, we will have more businesses being built. And once more businesses are being built, the economy will grow and we'll be able to make a better life for you. And comrades, as I close, we committed to running a government of ethics and integrity. And the reason we're doing that, when people thief your money and you go to UC and you have to sit down and wait and sit down on a tough chair because there's no bed, that is the cost of thieving. When you have to wait for hours on a bus because we don't have enough JUTC bus, that is the cost of thieving. When you go to your fitness school and they don't have the supplies there, that is the cost of thieving. When you can't get your road fixed because the resource is not there, that is the cost of thieving. So comrades, I said to you, get ready. We don't know when the date will be, but you have the responsibility to deliver Eastern St. Andrew on behalf of the People's National Party and ensure that our leader, who knows this constituency better than most of you, can go and walk up Duke Street with Trisha, with me, with Dennis, with Patrick, because while I go and come through in Southeast, I want Eastern, I want East Rural, I want Central Kingston to come with us, so the Eastern belt of the corporate area will be returned to the People's National Party. One love, comrades, one hand. Comrade! Yes! Yes!
Check Eastern St. Andrew. Your Worship, the Mayor, Comrade Juliet Robinson, the next Finance Minister, Senator Donna Scott Motley, the next Minister of Justice, and I give you the next Member of Parliament for Eastern St. Andrew, Comrade Patricia. Be not disciplined, don't go no further. Welcome to East Rural Boss. East Rural Majority, let the people that chill. My task tonight is to assess whether or not Eastern St. Andrew will be in the willing column of the People's National Party. The first thing you do as a leader is to recruit credible candidates. The second thing you do is to ensure that the work is done. And I'm saying Eastern St. Andrew. It sounds like the big boss is almost here. Okay. So when I assess the energy of the crowd, I can say with some confidence that we are going to be sweeping the 5 seat in the Eastern Belt. So, Comrade Dana, join me. Comrade Peter King, join me here, quickly. Come, Patricia, sorry. Patricia. Now, comrades, I can account for East Central St. Andrew. I am now accounting for East Rural St. Andrew. And I'll check the box for Eastern St. Andrew. Eastern St. Andrew is no home, so that make it 9. We now have 6, and we have captured East Rural, Eastern, and Central Kingston. So we are now at 9. And I have good news for you, because I am optimistic that I can get 10, because West Rural St. Andrew is also on the list. So comrades, my task is completed. I have selected quality candidates. They are putting in the work and they are ready to lead. So comrades, if you're ready, say we are ready for Mark Jefferson Golden. One more time. Are you ready for Mark Jefferson Golden? Everybody!